Get daily updates directly to your inbox, plus subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Could not subscribe? Try again later. Invalid email. Rangers shareholders came face-to-face with Dave King and the Ibrox decision-makers this morning at the club's annual general meeting. It was forecast to be a stormy affair, coming against a backdrop of two manager sackings, the hunt for a new boss entering a sixth week, losses doubling to $6.7 million, and the end of the detested kit deal with Sports Direct. Those topics were all covered during the 90-minute meeting at Clyde Auditorium. Although there was no quite the high drama or fury which greeted previous regimes, so did the board get off lightly. What were the main talking points to come out on the AGM? Record Sport Online takes a closer look. King says manager hunt progressing and some candidates under contract. Chairman Dave King faced heavy questioning on the latest in the club's hunt for a new manager. To date, Rangers fans have hardly heard a peep from the board in relation to the search for Pedro Teixeira's replacement. And although King let it be known he won't be rushed, he did say the situation was progressing and the process was thorough. Pressed by Club 1872, he said sometimes it takes 3 months for him to hire executives in South Africa. Interestingly, King said the short list includes individuals who are already under contract, and that will no doubt reignite speculation over Derek McInnes. King said there should be news to report shortly. Video loading. Video unavailable. Click to play. Tap to play. The video will start in 8. Cancel play now. Aberdeen boss McInnes, under contract at Pittodrie until 2020, remains the bookies' favorite for the job, despite appearing to rule himself out last week. King said the new boss would be given a 3-year deal in the hope of long-term stability. King defends Pedro Teixeira appointment. He may only have lasted 7 months in charge, and King admitted Pedro Teixeira's failure both on the park and in the transfer market made his position untenable. Mark Warburton, sacked in February, was also dubbed a failure by King, as he said, "The failure of 2 managers was extremely disappointing, and we have not seen a commensurate return on the investment made." However, the appointment of Teixeira was unanimous. According to the chairman, King cited Leicester's sacking of Claudio Ranieri as the challenge facing managerial appointments, and backed his board for not making a quick knee-jerk appointment and going for Teixeira. Anger over Celtic's ticket allocation at Ibrox. A large chunk of the Q&A from the floor was taken up with supporters' anger over Celtic's ticket allocation for derby games at Ibrox. Rangers fans have clearly had enough of their rivals gloating on Edmiston Drive. Currently, the champions get an allocation of $7,500, the entire Broomloan stand, while other clubs have to make do with a small corner. Rangers supporters want Celtic's allocation cut as soon as possible, even if it means Celtic doing the same for the Rangers fan base when they visit Parkhead. But managing director Stuart Robertson said there will be no change in the short term. He said, "There are various implications of making the move, and at the moment the status quo will continue for a while. There will be no change in the arrangements in the short term. There are financial, safety and segregation issues, and the safety certificate is tied into what our segregation arrangements are. I get the emotional argument." He did vow to improve dialogue with the supporters over the situation, however. Financial situation. After posting losses of $6.7 million earlier this month, $3 million of which was to pay off Mike Ashley and the Sports Direct deal early, King said Rangers continue to move towards profitability and away from the soft loans that have underpinned the club for the last 2 years. But he admitted that situation cannot continue indefinitely. They must get back to competing in Europe again regularly for their bottom line. He said the $3 million payoff to Ashley will be made back in a year. King also admitted bad management in underselling players such as Barry McKay, who moved to Nottingham Forest for $500 in the summer after falling out of favor with Pedro Teixeira. King alleges Easdale brothers reported him to takeover panel. Image. SNS. Dave King raised eyebrows when he alleged it was the Easdale brothers, former Rangers directors, James and Sandy, who reported him to the takeover panel. Updating shareholders on the case. King says they are awaiting a ruling from the Court of Session, but he believes he should not have been brought to book because his investment is made through his trust vehicle New Oasis Asset Limited, not throughout him personally.